screen, just give me a heads up. It looks good on my end, but I just want to make sure. If you guys can all hear me and see my screen, just good. We're good. I use Novi every day in my own trading room, so I'm pretty familiar with it. So I will start right now. If you guys have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to ask any questions. I'm doing well this morning. Actually, I got up when the sun came up in San Diego. I'm in San Diego, so it's about 6:40, and I have a beautiful view from my place. What do I think of Wall Street uses on Twitter? I've actually never met him in person. I know he partnered with Sting Luce, so I would say he's pretty good. He knows unusual option activity. I don't know him personally though. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a little twist on my main topics. Hubert Centers, one of my mentors, just gave a great presentation. If you guys have never taken advantage of his Mugu Cloud course, I've taken it. It's really good. You know, we always have a debate who has a better Mugu Cloud course, but his is actually exceptional and very, very good. So if you guys did not take advantage of Hubert's course, you should take advantage of that immediately. I have two main principles that I trade on. And I've been trading on for the last 14 years, and it is unusual option activity and actually the Mugu Cloud. I learned the Mugu Cloud I would say about 5 years ago. I got introduced to the Mugu Cloud. Unusual option activity is how I've stayed in the game for so long, how my profitability has been so long. Actually, for a period of time, I was down money this year, and this would have been my first losing year since 2009. And then I turned that front upside down, and now I'm back up on the year. So I have not had a losing year since 2009. So this will be my 6th year of profitability, and I'm profitable 13 of the last 14 years. So today we're going to talk about unusual option activity. Basically, you know, why use it, how to use it, why it's important, and basically how do I know if it's a speculation or a hedge. So I'll be your presenter for the next hour. Like I said, guys, if you guys have any questions about anything, I'm like an open book. Feel free to ask any questions, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Little risk disclaimer, we have to put this in every single webinar. Unfortunately, because of the Dodd-Frank Act, day trading, short-term trading, option trading, and future trading is extremely risky. They are generally not appropriate for someone with limited capital, little to no trading experience, and low tolerance of risk. Never execute a trade unless you can and are prepared to lose your entire investment. We'll talk about a way you can use stop losses in your option trading, so you don't have as much risk if you want to use stop losses. But you know, when you trade options, you can lose money. If you short stock, in theory, you can lose unlimited. So UOA means unusual option activity. Unusual option activity. All trades involve serious risk. You can lose your entire investment. No trades are recommendations or advice, and we cannot be sued for capital. Myself and my moderators, none of us are registered investment advisors. We cannot give recommendations or advice. None of them are currently carrying licenses. I do not have a 7, a 63, a 56. All trades are for educational purposes only. Contact your broker or registered investment advisor about execution, margin, and other capital requirements. Everybody watching today's presentation adheres to all disclaimers on www.optionhacker.com and www.alphashark.com. Nadex, I do like Nadex. I partnered with them. I'm one of their affiliated educators. I like binaries. I don't trade them as much, but I used to trade them. Okay. If I can make millions, then you guys too. This is a couple pictures of me. I currently am in sunny San Diego. Every day is paradise when you live in San Diego. I lived in Chicago for a very long time, and you know, when I was off the trading floor and I started trading upstairs, trading is, you know, one of the greatest occupations. You know, if you guys are here today, you're here for one reason, okay? We're not here to save the manatees. This isn't a Save the Manatee webinar. We're not here to raise, you know, money for charities, okay? I will do that all one day in my own time. I actually have my own foundation where I donate tons of money every year. But we're all here to do one thing, and it's to make more money, right? We are all here, and you guys took the first step in your own individual education, which is to attend this free webinar, okay? But after you attend the free webinar, you have to invest in your education. You actually could, but one thing I would write down right now is you guys should all call your tax guy, because if you have a tax guy and you buy anything from any educator today, you can actually write it off against your taxes because it is known as education. So I would actually take out a pen and paper and write, call my tax guy. I can write off any education on my taxes. So if you buy a course, you buy a workshop, you buy my platinum package, it is education, so you can actually write it off. Just a little tidbit here. So I graduated from Illinois, Champaign-Urbana in 2001. I did not go to MIT. I did not go to Harvard. I did not go to Yale. I went to a very good school, but, not the best school in the world. I've never written code on trading. Nowadays, a lot of trading is algorithms, back testing, historical data. I've never done that, okay? I trade on feel. I trade on my gut. I trade on instinct. I trade on unusual option activity, and I've been profitable 13 of the last 14 years. So I trade from San Diego. I am now I consider myself a CNBC contributor. If you go to cnbc.com and you write Keene in there, Keene, I do videos 3 days a week for them, which is pretty cool. Me and Todd Gordon, my buddy, we have a show, like our own show on Wednesday. So I'm a regular contributor on CNBC, Bloomberg, Fox Business, BNN Canada. Basically simple and easy. I breathe, sleep, eat the stock market. I watch the S&P futures trade at night, every night. I watch oil trade every night. I watch the bond trade. I watch Fast Money every single day for the last 5 years. I watch Mad Money. I go through Kramer in about 15 minutes every single day for the last 5 years. Option Action. I used to watch Currency in Motion. So basically, I love the stock market. I love to talk about it. I love to trade. This is the only place in the world where you can make the amount of capital you can make in such a short period of time. So on bottom left is my condo, and then one of my cars, and then a couple CNBC things. That's not really important though. Okay, so let's talk about unusual option activity. We're going to talk about what it is, why you want to trade it. Basically simple and easy. It is the best way to trade. There's no other technique that I have found where you can get the results that you can get from trading unusual option activity. And this all started when I was a market maker on the trading floor. I was a market maker at the Chicago Board of Options. That's actually Chicago Board Options Exchange. It's not of options. Chicago Board Options Exchange. I was personally backed by the CEO of the CBOE now, Ed Tilley. He is actually one of my really good friends. He was not CEO at the time, but he is now CEO of the CBOE. So on the trading floor, when I was a market maker, I was backed by the CEO. And what happened as a market maker is institutions would come up with these trades, right? Options seem very complex and very hard, but they're actually not really hard at all. There's only two kinds of options. There's calls and there's puts, okay? So we have calls and we have puts. Call gives the right to buy stock. Puts give the right to sell stocks. Trading stock is dead, okay? I will repeat this again. Trading stock is dead because the kind of ROI, which is return on investment, you can get trading options magnifies so much more than trading stock. So if a big institution know a stock is going to get bought out, why would they trade the stock? They can get 5, 6, 7, 800% return trading an option. If they trade the stock, what are they going to get? 10%, 20%. So stocks, trading stock is dead. It's a huge margin capital requirement. Options is the wave of the future. But I'm going to teach you guys how to use unusual option activity in your trading plan and why to trade it. So so let's start from the beginning. There are 8,700 publicly traded companies, okay? 8,700 publicly traded companies. Out of those 8,700 publicly traded companies, there are 4,199 plus or minus stocks with options in them. Throughout the course of the day, I watch a proprietary scanner, which if you buy our platinum package today, you'll get the ability to watch it. Okay, and I'll show you it right now. It's not a secret. It's called Trade Alert. It's based out of New York. They sell to 600 sell-side desks in New York. Henry Schwartz is one of my good friends. He's the CEO of the company. So throughout the course of the day, this thing just spits out trades, okay? And every trade is a potential signal, bullish or bearish, okay? So we have calls, we have puts. You can buy calls, you can sell calls. You can buy puts and you can sell puts. So I'm not sitting here watching a 10 lot, 20 lot, 100 lot. I set my criteria to 1,000 lot. Okay. If you guys have ever watched CNBC and you've watched the Nigerians, Pete and John Nigerian, do a great job of flagging unusual option activity. Okay. So out of these stocks, I base all my trading on this. Okay. So like, let's say 2 days ago, they bought some Schlumberger puts, and I bought them because they bought them. So they bought some SEP 74 puts, and this trade wasn't like a blowout winner, but you know I made like $3,000 on it. So a trader bought some 1,000. So if we just look at the signal, okay, from the other day, a trader bought, so green is they bought 1,890 SLB SEP 74 puts for $1.20. Okay, stock was trading 74.77. These puts doubled in value. Okay, so these puts went to 240 in one day. Okay, I made like $3,000 on this trade. So every single day throughout the course of the day, I watch the scanner, I analyze the scanner, I dissect the scanner, and I figure out which trades I want to take and put capital on my money. Okay, there are some really good websites that you guys can go to get unusual option activity for free, and I have no problem telling you what they are. The problem with them is they're delayed. Okay, Option Monsters, obviously one of the biggest. They'll come in and put unusual option activity in the right articles, but these are going to be 30 to 45 minutes delayed. So by the time you read this article, the trade might have already happened. There's Option Insider. Let's see what it's called. The Option Insider, is that called? Okay, the Option Insider is another one. So you can get this in other places for free, but they're going to get a delay on it, so it's not really actionable. But this is something, it's unusual option activity. Okay? So every single, so we start with the base. We have 8,700 publicly traded companies. We have 4,199 with options in them. Every single stock has stock volume it trades in a day. And most people look at, like 3-month average. So let's say Facebook trades 20 million shares in a day. If it trades 40 million shares in that day, that would be considered 2.0 times usual volume. If it's not usual volume, it becomes unusual volume. Options are the exact same way. Every single stock trades a certain amount of options in a day. If it trades more than that, it's called unusual option activity. So if anybody, if you guys can just throw out a symbol really quick, I can show you how many options trade in a day. First symbol really quickly. Someone just throw out a symbol, please. Exxon, perfect, thank you. XOM, okay. So, and we can go to option volume breakdown. That's what it is. So ExxonMobil trades on average this is volume, 42,000 options a day. Okay, see this? It trades 42,000 options in a day. If it trades 84,000, that would be 2.0 times usual volume. So in the course of the last 2 years, I've had bullish positions on in 7 takeover names. And this isn't pure coincidence, okay? One of my subscribers made, I think, around $300,000 when Kraft went from 57 to 82, okay? So unusual option activity, guys. If you don't know it, learn it, okay? And I'm going to teach you my trading plan, how to figure out if an option is speculation or a hedge. So let's keep going, okay? I've been profitable 11 of the last 12 years. And like I said, guys, this year, I was up a lot at the beginning of the year, and then I was actually down a lot. I've made, I think, around 120,000 in the last 5 weeks. I usually don't ever do webinars during the day. I love these summits, and I love doing webinars on the weekends to teach and to educate you guys. Throughout the course, I launched my company about 3.5 years ago, and I've taught probably around 50,000 students how to trade. And actually, 4 of my moderators are former students. Okay, so what I've taught, they've been tweaked it to their own trading plan, become profitable, and now they are moderating my trading room. So 4 of my students are actually now my moderators. Any plan can make money in the short term, okay? But using unusual option activity helps you make your profitability in the long time. Do you usually play more on calls or puts? It depends on the stock market. You know, when you are trading, you have to have an opinion. My opinion for the last couple weeks is the market's going to sell off at any rally. So I've been looking to trade more to the short side. That's just personal preference. Right now, I think we're probably 50-50. I'm pretty much flat the stock market right now. Okay. So you can come up with any strategy, and any strategy can make money in the short term. Okay. You could say, hey, if it's, you know, one of my exes used to say to me, hey, Andrew, when it's nice outside, you should get long the stock market because people are happy, and then people are happy and they're going to want to buy stocks. And when it's cold outside, you should short the stock market because people are in a bad mood because it's not nice outside. Well, that's a strategy, right? And you guys can trade, and I'm sure everybody here has traded. They've made money, they've lost money. Obviously, it always feels better to make money, but you can make money on any strategy in the short term. There are only 2 things that I've ever done and made money in the longer term. I've made money trading unusual option activity, and I made money trading the Mugu Cloud. That's it. And I've traded every single product out there besides the bond yield curve. I've traded futures. I've traded stock. I've traded options. I've traded day traded them. I've swung traded them. I mean, I'm a trading machine. I always say everybody in life has at least one really, really good redeeming quality. My redeeming quality is I happen to be really, really good at trading, understanding, teaching to all you guys. Okay, I trade on a pretty substantial account. I can actually bring up my account here. My account has about $350,000 in it. So I put my money where my mouth is. Okay, I'm not sitting here taking a 2 lot, taking a 10 lot. Okay, I am a shooter. I'm a gunslinger. I have no problem. This is all 100% my own capital right here. If I make $5,000 in a day, I make $5,000. If I lose 20, that is all my money. Okay, so I'm putting my money where my mouth is every day. A couple questions here. Ichimoku can be applied to trading. Yes, we're going to talk about it here. I trade ETFs. Yes. TE. Yeah, I actually saw that signal the other day. It looked like it was tied to stock, so I didn't take it. But I did see it, and they talked about it in CNBC after the fact. So we saw a big buyer of TE, and it was labeled as a buy right, so that means actually 1-to-1 with stock. So that's why I did not take this trade, but 30,000 TE calls. My worst year was 2009, and my worst year was 2009. The reason I lost money in 2009 because I traded against the market. Okay, I traded against the market. You know, in 2007, I think 2008 was my best year ever. I made a couple million. 2007, I made a couple million. And then 2008, I was just always short the market. And I think I lost like 110,000 that year. And that was the last year that I lost money. Okay, so let's go on here. So basically, there's 2 types of options. There's calls and there's puts. That is it. Someone says they're buying PayPal calls. Yes, I've seen them accumulate a lot of PayPal calls. There's rumors with Google, PayPal. There's rumors with Carl Icahn. Sometimes call activity is speculation, right? And maybe a fund thinks something's going to be coming out. Maybe there's going to be an article tomorrow in Barron's about PayPal. So we have seen a lot of PayPal call activity. I have not taken any trades in PayPal. What do you suggest for unusual option activity? When unusual option activity appears to be a straddle or strangle. I don't trade straddles or strangles really. I don't think the ROI is going to get you there. Mostly I trade outright calls and outright puts. To be honest, I do a lot of spreads. You know, on Friday I did an iron butterfly in SPY. I did a put fly in Apple. But in general, unusual option activity, I just do outrights. It's the best way to get the best return on my capital. What if unusual option activity appears to be short puts? Put trade was near the bid. You know, puts, if they're selling out of the money puts, that is bullish. That is bullish to neutral. Forex, you cannot trade. Well, you can trade ETFs for Forex. You cannot trade Forex spot or currencies for unusual option activity. You know, the worst thing about unusual option activity, the only thing bad I can say unusual option activity, it only works for stocks or options. Okay, it doesn't work for futures or Forex. In general, I buy a lot of options. What is a typical size for a trader? I mean, I know we have subscribers in the trading room that are trading on a simulated account. They're trading on a $5,000 account. You know, it's not about how much money you have in your account. Because like I said, guys, you can make money in the short term. It's how do you get to the profitability in the long term. If you're looking to trade for the rest of your life, like I do, and I've been fortunate to do that for the last 12 years, you got to be able to, one, invest in your education, and two, you know, realize that it's a war, not a battle. Okay? Anybody can make money in a day. Anybody can make money in a week. But there's a reason that I've not lost money in a year since 2009. Okay? And, you know, I'm not sitting here trading like one lots. I'm trading pretty big capital. Okay? Let's go to the next slide. Okay, why is unusual option activity the best way to track big money? Okay, so the way that it basically comes up with is an institution sits around with 12 analysts, guys that got their MBA, analyzing a stock, getting on their phone, calling analysts, seeing how many iPads, iPhones are going to get shipped, and then they come up with an idea. Okay, they say, hey, this stock is going to go up or down this amount by this date. Then they go to their option guy, hey, what strategy should we do? Then they place a trade, and currently right now there's no dark pools in options, okay? Which is another great reason to trade options. There are no dark pools for options. They will then shop the order around. They'll call Goldman, they'll call Citadel, and they'll say, hey, I've got a customer that wants to buy 1,860 puts in SLB. Do you want to sell them puts? Then the trade is executed on the trading floor. Okay. Once the trade is executed on the trading floor, then it becomes public information. Okay. Getting that information is very, very challenging and hard. That's why I use this proprietary-based scanner. But it is public order. So in theory, if a hedge fund is trading on insider information, okay, the minute the trade is executed, I cannot get in trouble. So this trade in TE, okay, look at this one. Let me see where these went to. No 22.5s. Okay, so a trader bought 30,000 TE Nove 22.5s for 70 cents. And those went to $4.50. And they bought these on 9/1. So that was about 11 days ago. Okay, the minute this trade hits the tape, if this guy has insider information, he can get in trouble. He can go to jail for this trade. That is insider information. I cannot get in trouble because this now becomes a public order. Okay, so once it's executed, it becomes a public order, and this flow comes straight from the trading floor. Okay, straight from the trading floor. How long do you hold my options? You know, some days I day trade. Some days I hold them for 3 days. Some days I hold them for a week. Some days I hold them for 3 months. Every trade is different. Okay. Unusual option activity is driven by institutional order flows. So I am sitting here, guys. I am watching the biggest, best traders in the world trade. And I'm kind of just jumping off their backs. And we have no idea who these people are. It could be a guy who lives in Omaha with $50 million. It could be Carl Icahn. It could be Bill Ackman. Okay. We don't know. Yeah, I didn't take TE because it's tied to stock. So we don't know who these traders are. But I will teach you guys a trading plan today that will help put the probability and the math in your side. And I call it the Oak Ribbit Trading Plan. OCRRBTT. So I'm going to teach you guys the trading plan, how you can look at any of this order flow and decide if it's a good trade or not. Yes, there's always two sides to a trade. All I care about is what the initiator is doing. The person that initiates the trade is all I care about. The Facebook guy, well, the Facebook guy was interesting because I ended up making like $20,000 on it. And I'll show you that slide in a minute. But you never know. You don't know when they're covering. They could have bought stock against it. They could have sold puts out. You never know. Okay. So unusual option activity allows a retail trader like everybody here. Okay. I used to be a market maker. I wish I was still a market maker. That business is obsolete, not absolute, obsolete because of electronic trading. Okay, I am no longer a market maker because two reasons: weekly options and then penny wide options. Today represents the best time ever for a retail trader. I will repeat that. Today represents the best day ever for a retail trader. The option market is liquid and it's very, very tight. You can get in and out of any position whenever you want. Okay? Every single day represents a better opportunity than the day before. Okay? As a trader, you have 4 stages of trading. Usually you lose a lot of money, then you lose less money, then you start to make a little bit of money, and then you start making money hand over fist consistently over time. Let me be your teacher. Let me be your mentor. Let me be your educator. Okay? Hubert said it best when he said, hey, find who has your trading style, who you personally like, and basically go under their wing. Okay? In our live trading room, which I'll talk about, we have the second biggest all-day paid trading room in the world. Okay? We have a community of over 500 paid traders that trade throughout the course of the day, and that's what we're going to talk about a little bit later. Okay? And every day we sit here and we just dissect unusual option activity. Unusual option activity in the Mugu Cloud is the only thing over time that has made me money. Okay? I've traded a lot of different products, guys, and it's the only thing over time that has consistently made me money. So unusual option activity is institutional order flow. We get to see where the big money is going. So throughout the course of the day, this thing just literally probably spits out 8 to 1,200 signals. Okay, it just flows. It's just like shoo, 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 it just goes. And my goal is to figure out which trades work, which trades are good, which trades are speculation, and which trades are a hedge. Because I want to take speculative trades, not trades that are a hedge. So, institutions, why are they smarter than me? They are smarter than me. Couple of reasons. They have information that I do not have. They have technology that I do not have. They have manpower that I do not have. And most importantly, they have huge amounts of capital. I watch a show on CNBC. It's called American Greed. Basically talks about how millionaires go to jail for illegal things, and a lot of it's insider trading. They have access to things that we don't have access to. Raj Rotman, okay? Andrew Ross Sorkin, who's on CNBC, said he said 25% of all mergers and acquisitions have unusual option activity. Okay, so imagine, guys, you've been trading a certain way for so long. Imagine flipping that. Okay, from being the casino. You used to go to the casino, right? I'm going to Vegas in 6 weeks. I'll be hanging out with Fausto and Hubert. And imagine you used to be the player. And when you play blackjack or roulette, you can make money in the short term playing roulette and blackjack. But in the long term, you're always going to lose money. Well, why not trade a strategy that has been proven to make money over the long haul? Okay? They have access to capital that we don't have. Yes, I give up every trade I give out throughout the course of the day. And our room is in Omnovia. So throughout the course of the day, we have over 500 paid people in our community. Okay, so the secret sauce. It's funny too that Pepsi and Coke are very good. I read a lot of books, guys. I try to read a book every other week, and I read books on trading. I read books on business. I read books on internet marketing. I read books about anything, and they always say one case studies is Coke and Pepsi, right? Pepsi wouldn't be around if it wasn't for Coke, and Coke wouldn't be around if it wasn't for Pepsi. Coca-Cola has a secret recipe, okay? I'm here to teach you guys my secret sauce, how I can do what I do, okay? If I could take everything out of my brain and teach it to you, that's what I try to do, okay? The reason I am a really good trader is a couple of reasons. Number one, I've been doing it for a very long time. Okay. Number two, I was a market maker on the floor of the Chicago Board Options Exchange. Every year, there used to be a magazine called Trader Monthly. Trader Monthly picked the best place in the world to trade. Chicago won it every single year. Number three, I was taught by the best traders in the world. Okay, the market makers at my trading firm, it's called Boda Capital Management, were unbelievable. Like, these guys taught me everything. It's so funny that when I turn on CNBC, and besides like the Nigerians, like, these guys do not know anything about options. It really, Dan Nathan's pretty good, but no one else knows anything about options. Like, they're like, no clue. Nobody on the whole East Coast knows how to trade options. Okay, I'm here to teach you guys, to educate you guys. These options are the wave of the future. So maybe take a picture of this, maybe write this down. This is called the Oak Ribbit Trading Plan. OCRRBTT. The Nigerians are good. They're very good. The one thing that I think they lack is they don't put enough analysts analyze the chart enough, which is the biggest thing to figure out if it's a hedge or speculation. Like, they were talking about Bristol Myers calls the other day, and I didn't like that trade. But anyways, write this down, guys. OCRRBTT. This is my secret sauce. This is how I can look at any single trade. You give me an order and you give me a chart, and I can tell you on a probably 80% scale if it's speculation or a hedge. Okay. When I am trading unusual option activity, and this is like our newest topic, okay, I've never actually done this presentation before. When I'm watching unusual option activity, every single trade is a signal. It is a signal as a hedge or a speculation. I do not care about speculative trades. One of the worst things about unusual option activity is you never, ever know a trader's stock position against their options. So I'm trying to take the trades that are speculative trades. How do I know if they're speculative trades? Okay, and we're going to talk about here, and that's all in the Mugu Cloud. Okay, I'm never going to know 100% sure if it's a speculation. Okay, but using the Mugu Cloud, I can put the probability and math on my side. Okay, when I'm trading and when I give webinars, I give so many different analogies, and I always talk about so many different things. Okay, let's say I'm a big basketball guy. Okay, so I go with my buddy to go play basketball, and he says, I can make a half-court shot. I'll bet you $100. And I think to myself, is that a good bet? Is that a good bet that he can make a half-court shot? Well, the probability is he's not going to make a half-court shot. So yeah, I'd probably take that bet. Okay. What about if he then said, I want 10-to-1 odds on my money? Well, I think out of 10 shots, he could probably make one of them, right? So when you guys are trading, okay, everything in trading is probability, math, risk versus reward, okay? I make a lot of really bad trades, but I make a lot of really, really good trades. My goal is not to see what percentage of my trades are winners. There's a lot of gurus in this business. There's a lot of, educators. There's some really, really good educators. There's also really poor educators. I was at the money show in Chicago, and some old guy in the back of his hand raised his hand. He said, Andrew, what percentage of your trades are winners? I said, I don't care. He goes, what do you mean? How can you not care what percentage of your trades are winners? I go, let me show you an example, sir. I have 5 trades. First 4 trades, I lose $2,000. The fifth trade, I make $20,000. Okay, so I netted $12,000 of profit, even though only 20% of my trades are winners. Okay, so when you guys are trading, okay, and if you guys could take a couple of things out of this webinar, besides the fact that, okay, and if you guys could take a couple of things out of this webinar, besides the fact that you should say to yourself, Andrew, this guy's really smart, obviously. Anytime he gives a webinar, I'm going to learn something new, and he's going to bring great energy. Okay. Besides that, the one thing that, a couple things I would take out of it is stop looking at your trades as percentage of winners. The only thing that matters is your bottom line. Are you making more money than you're losing? Period and simple. Okay. So this is the Oak Ribbit trading plan. OCRBTT. Simple and easy. Okay. So the first thing I look at anytime an order hits the tape is I will look at the volume versus open interest. Volume versus open interest. Volume is how many options traded today. Open interest is how many contracts existed before today. Okay, and some people are on here and saying you can run a scan on Thinkorswim. Yes, you can run a scan to watch unusual option activity on Thinkorswim. Unfortunately, it's not very good. Okay, I have met with JJ Callahan in Chicago. He manages the office of 90 people, and they should hire me to be their option guru because there's a lot of things that they don't know about unusual option activity. Okay, so volume versus open interest is the most important thing. Then I look at the chart. Then I look at my risk, my reward, my break even, and my time and my target. Okay, so let's just go through it real quick. Okay, so this is a trade that hit the tape. This was in Wells Fargo. I made $4,000 on this trade within about 20 minutes. Okay, so a trader bought 4,854 Wells Fargo. Okay, and this hit my proprietary based scanner. Okay, so where did I see this trade? I saw this on my scanner. Why did I take the trade? Volume is greater than open interest. So we go to our Oak Ribbit trading plan. If you wrote it down, you should have written it down. If you didn't, I'll send you the slides. Okay, volume versus open interest. The volume was 3,000. Open interest was 300. So does it hit criteria number 1? Volume is greater than open interest. I don't see what the question is, but anyways, okay. Then let's go to the next one. Then we go to the chart. Okay, if you guys are learning Mugu Cloud, learn it. It will help you in your trading plan so well. Okay, simple, easy setup with Mugu Cloud. If I could sell Mugu Cloud, I would sell Mugu Cloud as an indicator, as a scan, or I would just sell the cloud. Unfortunately, it's 100% free. You can get it on Thinkorswim. You can get it on TradeStation. I think you can get on Interactive Brokers. Since the Nigerians read my book, they added it to Trade Monster. Okay, Mugu Cloud was like a topic that when me and Hubert started teaching it 4 years ago, nobody knew about it. Now it's like the hot trending thing. Okay, I have the original Mugu Cloud book written in Japanese, actually. So bring up the cloud. Simple and easy. If a stock is above the cloud, it is bullish. Okay, so if I see any order flow of puts being bought above the cloud, okay, so we're looking at the daily chart and we're looking at current price action. Daily chart, current price action. If I see puts being bought above the cloud, that most likely is a hedge against a long stock position. Okay, if I see calls being bought under the cloud, most likely that is a hedge against a short stock position. And this is how I dissect if it's speculation or hedge. So you can bring up the cloud here on anything, and someone just throw out a stock real quick. I use Thinkorswim, but you guys can use whatever you want. Someone, okay, Double D. I know Double D is under the cloud. So you can just bring up Double D. Why are you slow? So Double D, guys. Okay, so Double D is done under the cloud. This is DuPont. If I see calls being bought, it's probably a hedge against a short stock position. If I see puts being bought, okay, it's probably speculation of the downside. So you can blow up any chart in the simplest, easiest form of Ichimoku. If it's in the cloud, it's neutral. If it's below the cloud, it's bearish. And it's above the cloud, it is bullish. Let's look at one more here. CC, never even heard this stock. It's $9. Doesn't matter what the stock does. The cloud's actually just forming. There's actually no cloud here. ENB, Enbridge, another oil stock, under the cloud. Okay, so if the stock is under the cloud and I see a hedge fund buying calls, I think they're hedging a short stock position. If I see a hedge fund buying puts, I will look to participate on that trade. Okay? So this is how I can figure out if this unusual option activity is speculation or if it's potentially a hedge against a stock position. Look at one more here. I don't know if Baba has the cloud yet. Okay? And I don't want to turn this into an Ichimoku class, which is fine though. So Baba, okay? I'm only looking for puts here in Baba. I would only look to buy puts if a hedge fund buys puts. I'm not looking to buy puts outright, but I'm only looking to buy puts if they buy puts. I'm not looking for any call activity because it's trading under the Ichimoku Cloud here. Okay. So Wells Fargo, we saw, was trading under the cloud. Okay. So if it's above the cloud, it's bullish. In the cloud, neutral. Below the cloud, bearish. That is like your most basic Ichimoku Cloud 101. Here's a trade in Valero. Okay. An institution bought Valero, set 67.5 calls. The first thing I look at, we learn, guys, okay, I'm teaching you the Oak Ribbon trading plan right now, is the volume, okay? The volume is greater than open interest. Then I look at the chart, okay? Is this chart bullish, bearish, or neutral? Is this hedge fund buying calls as speculation or a hedge against a short stock position? Okay, I think this hedge fund is buying calls against a short stock position because it is under the cloud. Okay, I know I probably have a lot of my platinum subscribers in here today, and this is something I haven't taught you guys before. This is something new. Okay, basically simple and easy. Put probability in your side. Put math. Okay, not every trade is going to work out, but if they say if you take a coin out, okay, you flip a coin 100 times, 90 times it's heads. What's the odds it's heads next time? Well, that's still 50-50. Okay, trading is not like that, guys. Okay, trading is all about probability. It's about math. Okay, it's educated reward to risk setups. When I used to trade, I used to get so emotional. Okay, if you guys are emotional when you're trading, I'll give you a little secret. You're never going to make money. You should say to yourself on every single trade, this is how much I'm willing to risk, and then this is how much I want to make. Okay. No, we never know the hedge fund. Okay. Another example here in CAG, calls were bought. Okay. Am I looking for calls or puts? Are we in the cloud? Are we above the cloud? Or are we below the cloud? We're above the cloud. So when we see calls being bought, I think it's speculation. These things went up like 300% in a couple days. Okay. Boom. Next one. Here's Delta Airlines. Okay. Delta Airlines puts were bought. Okay. All this area over here, I'm only looking for call activity. And here, I'm only looking for put activity. So when it's above the cloud, okay, let's take out my tool. I'm looking for calls. I will not be looking for puts. Here, I'm only looking for puts. This is going to take my probability and my math and make it so much better. Do you ever put a stop on your options? We will talk about this here, yes. We will talk about this here. Okay. So here's the Wells Fargo trade. And in this trade, I think I made about $3,900 in about less than 20 minutes. Okay. This is the power of unusual option activity. Okay. Everything that I teach, I put my money where my mouth is. Okay. When I actually run my trading room, it makes me a better trader. Okay. Everything I trade, I put my money where my mouth is. As you can see my account, about 350,000 in here, 343,000. Okay. I'm not trading a $5,000 account. I'm trading a big account. Why? Because I know if I trade the way that I've traded, I'm always going to make money in the long run. I can lose money in a day, a week, a month. I've lost money in a year. I lost money in 2009. But as long as I keep with my probability, math in my corner, I know I'm always going to make money in the long term. Let me be your teacher. Let me be your educator. Learn from me. Okay, absorb the information that I've spent, teaching 50,000 students over the course of the last 3.5 years. Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking for trades across the tape. So now we go to the risk and reward setup of it. Okay. Basically, stop losses. Okay. I don't use stop losses. I consider myself an expert trader, but you can trade on a simulated account. You can trade on any account you want. You can trade on a $5,000 account, $10,000 account. You can trade on a simulated account, If you are a beginner trader, okay, like I said, guys, educational purposes, I am not a registered investment advisor, but I say 20% stop loss, okay? If I was a beginner trader, and who is a beginner trader? That's kind of objective, right? I would say a beginner trader is someone that has not been proven they've been able to make money over long periods of time. Intermediate trader, you can use a 50% stop loss, okay? Who's an intermediate trader? You make good amount of money, but you're not making the kind of money that you want to make. Expert trader, I consider that someone that's traded 10 plus years, made millions trading, maybe makes at least a couple $100,000 every year trading. Throughout the course of my trading career, I've probably made about $5 million trading, and that's not profits. That's not profits, and then I lost $4 million of it. That's a net profit over the course of my trading career. Probably made about $5 million trading, and everything that I've learned, I want to teach you guys. Okay, because unfortunately, and I always say you can't control who your parents are. My father is very heavily involved into charity and volunteering. I was actually just home in Deerfield, Illinois, and my dad was talking to me about something he's going to start doing again. I go, oh, let me guess, you're going to find some job that doesn't pay you, because my father likes to find all these things where he works really hard and he doesn't get paid for anything. He likes to volunteer and teach. So I teach and I educate for two reasons. One, to make people better traders, okay, because I've been fortunate enough to make a lot of money trading, and two, that's just the way that my father is. Good and bad. Okay, so stop losses. 20% stop loss is beginner, 50% is intermediate, and then personally, I don't use any stop losses. Okay. Time and target. Okay, let's talk about that. This is just like an example here in Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, I bought these puts for 33 cents. Okay, and I have targets right away. I always have targets, guys. The one thing that separates good traders from great traders is good traders think about how much money they can make. I am a great trader. I say, if I'm wrong, how much can I lose? So right off the bat, the second I make a trade, I put my targets out. Exit points out. So if I bought these for 33, I would have a target at 43, 53, 63, and 73. Okay. In general, where I pick those targets, 20%, then 50%, then 100%, and then like 150%. Every trade is different, and this is what I'll teach you guys in our platinum room, in the trading room. Yeah, you only want calls if it's above the cloud, and you only want puts if it's below the cloud for a beginner. Okay. Okay. This is Wells Fargo. This is where the puts were bought, right here. Okay. Like I said, guys, this trade was $3,000 of profits in about 20 minutes. And I go to a lot of webinars myself. Okay. I'm sure a lot of you guys go to webinars trying to find an educator, teacher that you guys like. I go to a lot of them myself, and it's really funny that you see people that put charts up, right? And like they're like last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I took this trade in 2012. Okay, this happened yesterday. Okay, trading is only relevant if it happens recently. This chart was from actually Thursday. So this chart was from Thursday. Time frame, if it's swing trading, I look at a daily chart. If it's day trading, I look at a 5-minute bar. Okay, this is an example, and I took this straight from my phone, and this was from Wednesday. So this is my day in Wednesday. I made $32,000. Okay, this is straight from my phone. So basically, the proof that it works is in profitability. Okay, as you can see here, let's say I had a very large Facebook position. an institution was coming in and bought 22,000 Facebook puts. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have time to go. I mean, I could talk for 2 hours about this, but unfortunately, my time is about 10 minutes away. So you're going to have to get into the trading room for that. So this was from Wednesday, guys. This was my P&L from Wednesday. I have a lot of subscribers, and I know a lot of my subscribers took these Facebook puts that I took. They were weekly 91 puts, and yeah, I was tweeting about it. And you look at, I just, I'm not a big proponent of, basically not of teaching something I don't believe in, right? So I say, here, guys, here's my P&L. This is, this is my trading account. Okay, so my profit and loss from Wednesday was 32,000. I made $32,000 on Wednesday. I made money in Halliburton. I was long a lot of puts in Halliburton too. So this is from Wednesday. This is Thinkorswim mobile. Yeah, and actually my trading account this year, it's funny too because I'm only up $8,000 this year, but I was up 180,000, and about 3 weeks ago I was down 110,000. So I was down this year. It would have been the worst year since 2009, but now I'm up this year, up $8,200. But I've made 120,000 in the last 5 weeks. I made 120,000 last 5 weeks. So this is my P&L from Wednesday. Okay, so let's talk about here. Okay, so we are offering you guys our platinum package. I would love to go through the slides again. I would love to talk for another hour. Unfortunately, my time is limited today. We run, as I said, the second largest trading room in the world. We have 6 moderators running live audio and visual for 8 hours a day. Okay, so when you guys are interested in taking the platinum package, you get to watch me trade my trading account throughout the course of the day and 5 other moderators, okay? I am on personally talking for 2 hours straight every single morning. Also, I'm in the trading room throughout the course of the day. You can ask me private questions. You can ask me any question you want. We have an open chat box. We have an active community of over 500 traders, okay? So throughout the trading room, this is what you'll be able to watch. Okay, basically, I sit like this in the trading room, okay? So I watch unusual option activity, and I bring up my charts. So I'll just sit there and talk, okay? If you've never taken the platinum package, take advantage of it while you can, and I have to get a little bit faster. We will also send you all trades via text and email, okay? You get all trades sent to you via text and email, so if you're not around throughout the course of the day, we'll send it text and email, okay? We get member-only videos and webinars. This is something that can benefit any trader out there, from a $1,000 trader to a $20 million trader, okay? We have guys that trade a simulated account in the trading room that are subscribers, and then we have guys that are running hedge funds, private equity, okay? This package is really for everybody. So let's talk about what you'll get here, okay? We are offering 1 month of our platinum package. We have 25 spots available. Last time I was on a summit with Fausto and CTU, we sold out within about 10 minutes. So I expect us to sell out very, very quickly here. So let me put in the link here. .com short CTU promo. Or call us at 312-261-5581. Okay, so what you'll get for 1 month, you'll get all the trades sent via text and email in real time. Last month, we sent out over 100,000 text messages. My bill is very expensive. I don't care. Last month, we sent out over 100,000 text messages. My bill is very expensive. I don't care. Okay? So you'll get all the trades sent to your phone via text and email. You will get our daily private mentoring sessions. Every single day after the close, we will give you daily private mentoring with one of our moderators. Okay, we have 6 moderators. They all take 1 day. So every single day except for Saturday, we have daily group private mentoring. It's half an hour, and we go over basically like the topic of the day. So the text messaging is $169 value. The Mentoring is a $299 value. We will also give you access to the trading room, okay? If you guys have never taken the trading room before, take advantage of it now. If you think that you can learn any piece of information from me, you know, come to our trading room. If you have an hour a week, you know, like you say, Andrew, I can't be around during the day, okay? I have a job. Well, you'll get all the trades sent to your phone via text and email. You'll also get access to our members only section where we put every single mentoring session up and all the member only webinars, okay? So it's not, and our phones are ringing off the hook. If you can't be there during the day, you don't have to. Also, you'll get access to see the scanner, okay? This is a proprietary based scanner. You can buy the scanner outright for $349. You do not get the scanner, but it sits in the trading room all day long. Okay, you'll be able to view the scanner. You don't get it, you can't put the queries in there. Plus, our platinum package has the live trading room. Okay, this is a $1,000 value total. We're offering it today for $47, guys. Okay, we have the phone number is 312-261-5581. If you're calling and if it's busy, call again. AlphaShark.com/CTU promo. Okay. Couple things I'm going to say really quick. Number one, 100% money back guarantee. Just like my good friend Hubert, if you don't like it by the next week, I'll give you your money back. I don't want your money if you're not taking advantage of it. Number two, this is for any trader. Beginner 101. If you know nothing about the stock market, trading, or options. Number three, I can't guarantee profitability. No one can. If they can, run for the hills. But I guarantee you, you will learn more about trading listening to me talk in the trading room in 1 week than you ever have before. Number four, anytime you come to any of my webinars, think of two things. Andrew, that kid brings a lot of energy, and also I'm always going to learn a lot because he always teaches me something new. I know I have some of my platinum subscribers in here. It renews at $199. So I don't only have about 2 more minutes here. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Make sure you guys take advantage of this promotion. $47. There's close to 500 people in here. I know every single person can afford $47. If you cannot afford $47, you should not be trading. Because how are you ever going to make money? Okay? Take 1 month. Okay? If you like what I'm saying, if you trust me, if you think I'm a good person, take 1 month. That's all I say. Give me a chance to win you guys over. And I promise you'll be coming back over and over and over. Because that's what I do. I want someone to give me a chance. I go out to a bar, I meet a pretty girl, I say, let me buy you organic coffee. 1 coffee. If you don't like me, don't talk to me ever again. That's all I ask. Not a bad deal, right? So everybody, you have to invest in your education. If you want to trade, we have a lot of really good educators today. Stay for all the presentations today. You know, personally, I would have my credit card sitting on my desk, and I'd probably buy everybody's. Steve Primo's really good. Fausto's really good. Hubert is my mentor. I mean, Hubert's my mentor. I've been to his house in Kentucky for sales. So that's about it for me, guys. I got to run. I would love to sit here for another hour and go over charts. Unfortunately, my time is limited. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys get on board. AlphaShark.com/CTU promo or call us at 312-261-5581. 25 spots. It's 95% off. Invest in your education, guys. $47. That's it. You will learn more about trading in the stock market in 1 month than you ever have before.